Are you in control of your destiny, or is someone or something else in your life controlling you? Were your parents self aware and conscious before and during and after your birth? Now, depending on how you answer those questions, it's going to determine whether or not you can be in control of your destiny now. There's so many things that can set the stage for how you present yourself in your life. And they start from really before you were born. Because all of those impressions from the behaviors, from what your parents took in, from their emotions, from the stress they were surrounded by, all of those were coming into your system as your body was being formed. So that means that they are now part of your wiring. And that is going to have an effect on your health and your well-being. Now, if they were self-aware and conscious, it brings so much more health into how you were made. And if you can be aware and conscious now, it leads to self-knowledge, and that leads to the freedom to make the type of decisions where you can control a lot more of your destiny. Now, the brain is wired to just do what's best for you, but it's programmed for survival, for self-preservation. So if most of your wiring is going to the hindbrain, where it's just looking at, is there a threat out there? Is there food out there? Are my needs being met? That's the way that your personality is also going to function, where your desires are going to lead you. But if you have more wiring to the prefrontal and to the heart, then you're going to be able to make more conscious decisions, because your consciousness will be living in a different place inside of you and inside of your personality. And that's going to give you a wider range of choices to make. And that's going to give you a different perception about what life is about. It's not just about survival. So, I want to tell you a story, because that's going to illustrate some of what I'm talking about and show you how some of your body and your mind get kind of locked into something that doesn't have much to do with who you are and how you want to present yourself in life. So a woman came into our clinic years ago, and she had a strong stabbing pain in her body for such a long time. She tried many, many things to get rid of it, and nothing was working. Well, our clinic was based on neuromuscular reeducation, which retrains, it resets the system. And many, many times, whatever's locked into the system can come along with that opening and that reset, including, emotions that got locked into a certain pattern. So in her case, she remembered, as we were getting to the part with her shoulder girdle and her rotator cuff, a person had approached her from that side of her body to attack her years ago, and she'd forgotten all about it. But she tightened at that time, and ever since then, unknowing to her, unconsciously, when anyone approached her from that side of her body, she tightened again and again and again until it just stayed tight, and she had a sharp pain in her body based on something that happened a long time ago that she had tried to forget, most likely, but it had left this imprint in her tissue. When we let that go, and she at the same time remembered exactly why it was there, it set her nervous system free. It set her mind free. It set her body free, because her body had not been brought up to date. Her mind, her brain, her nervous system was still in fight and flight. So that was controlling how she presented herself and how her body presented itself in her day-to-day life. So your body and mind have to be up to date. Your brain has to be on the same page. Now, the body listens to the brain, but the brain listens to you. So when you're conscious and you bring your awareness up to the cortex and the prefrontal and the heart, now the body can feel safe. It can feel like the emergency is over. It doesn't have to be wired for that threat that's no longer there. Sometimes it's more complex than that. In her case, it happened in one session. Within an hour, it was all gone and it never came back. So this is what's important for you to have control of your destiny. You have to be not wired into the past. Now you can make conscious decisions moment to moment, and your future is going to be opening up based on the decisions that you make consciously today. The way that they can become conscious, though, is for you to self-sense into those places that are locked into something that you maybe wanted to forget, and that your body, or you did forget and your body didn't. So that's going to give you much, much more freedom. So the body, the mind, the heart, the spirit, the energy, for all of that to be aligned, all those ducks in a row, it needs to be aware of itself. It needs to be open to itself. And now the freedom to create a destiny that you actually want is going to be available. More on that in the next video.